So now let's take a look at a simple interest application, and just as a reminder, I'm sure you don't need it, simple interest is I equals PRT, principal times rate times time. In this question we have $12,000 total, so again we have a total, and then we've got some percentages. One of the accounts pays 6% annual interest, one account pays 5% annual interest. The combined interest in both accounts after a year was $700. The big question, how much money was invested in each account? So these accounts don't appear to have names. If they did, I would use the names because it would make it easier. But I'm going to let X equal the 6%, or sorry, the amount or principal in the 6% account, and Y to be the amount or principal in the 5% account. So again, that's going to take care of how much money invested in each account. Just like we did with mixtures a few moments ago, typically one of the equations is going to be a total equation. And so I can say X plus Y equals 12,000. And why can I say that? Because this is an amount, this is an amount, and this is the total amount. So I'm keeping all of the amounts together. Again, just like the mixture question, I'm then going to basically multiply all of those by the percentages. This case we're looking at 1 year, so I'm looking at PRT for each account. So principal of the X account is X, rate is 0.06, time is 1. So this guy is principal times rate times time. For the Y account, the interest is principal, which is Y, times rate, 0.05, times time, again 1 year. In this case, I don't have to take the 12,000 times anything because they already tell me that total was 700. So there's my two equations. And again, I can rewrite this guy to be 0.06x plus 0.05y equals 700. So that's simplified just a little bit. The purple equation I'm going to use, like I have in my last several examples, to use substitution. So I'm just going to get X by itself. It doesn't matter which one you do, it's the same idea. I would get 12,000 minus Y then for X, which means 0.06 instead of X, 12,000 minus Y, plus 0.05Y equals 700. Again, step 1, step 2, step 3, and then just keep going. 0.06 times 12,000 equals 720 minus 0.06y plus 0.05y equals 700. Subtract 720 from each side, giving me negative 20 on the right side. On the left side, I would combine those together to get negative 0.01y. Be very careful with those decimals. It's really easy to think that would just be negative 0.1. And then if you take 20 divided by 0.01, you get 2,000. So I've basically answered the amount that I've put in the 5% account. To find the amount in the other account, I'm going to go back to X equals 12,000 minus Y. So of course I'm going to take 12,000 minus 2,000 to get 10,000. Step 4, write that ever important sentence that says, I invested 10,000 in the 6% account and 2,000 in the 5% account. Here's a similar question for you to try. So press pause, try all 4 parts, and then press play to see how you did. So again, we're looking at how much did Pedro invest at each rate. I'd love to know where Pedro is investing his money because those are pretty solid interest rates. So he invested 5,000 total, again for 1 year. my variables are going to be how much in each account. So I'm going to do step 1 up here. I'm going to say X is the amount or principal in the 12% account, and then Y is going to be the amount or principal in the 10% account. Step 2 then would be to write the two equations. My first equation would be just straight up amounts. So the amount in the first account plus the amount in the second account has to be a total of 5,000 because that was an amount. The other one is using the I equals PRT. So principal of the 12% account is X. Rate of the 12% account is 0.12. Time, again, is 1 year, so always pay attention to that. It's really easy to forget to multiply by the year. In this case, it wouldn't matter, but if I give you 2 years, it would make a huge difference. Y would be the principal is Y, because that's what I assigned it to be. The rate is 0.1 or 0.10. The time is 1. Total, he earned 568. So now let's take a look. Again, if I want to simplify this, that's perfect. Take that first equation, manipulate it. I'm going to isolate X again. It doesn't matter which one you do. And now step 3, I'm going to start plugging things in and solving. So 0.12 instead of X, I'm writing 5,000 minus Y because I've chosen, again, substitution. I get 0.12 times 5,000, which is 600, minus 0.12Y plus 0.1Y equals 568. I'm going to subtract 568 minus 600 to get negative 32. And then on this side, these two combine to be negative 0.02. So be careful with those decimals. 32 divided by 0.02 is 1,600. And so that's how much Pedro put in his 10% account. To find the amount in the 12% account, we'll take X equals 5,000 minus Y. So X is 5,000 minus 1,600. So I would have $3,400. Again, step 4, write the sentence. Pedro invested $3,400 in the 12% account, excuse me, and $1,600 in the 10% account.